fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Wentz, and complete to Zach Ertz. First catch for the Eagles' leading receiver from a year ago. It's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ram. 82. Great 15.
Wentz now on first down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On first down, Wentz. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
81. Great 15.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shot.
This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 49 yards. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. To throw is Winston. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Ready. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Fletcher Cox able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Zero's kick is right through, and that will knot us up at 10. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They'll start out on the ground with a Ajayi. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Escape, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Play action. Now Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
81. Straight 15. Straight 15.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That one goes for 24 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Winston now to throw on first down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Second down, Winston. And it is caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Jameis again. Flush to his right. Oh, he stays up. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Catanzaro now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. He finds Malcolm Mitchell here. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Ertz over the middle. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. To throw is Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Shorty.
Wentz will try again on second down. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Now Damian Williams to return it. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Let's go now.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On second down, it's Jones. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And, boy, what a great defensive play there. Worn out leverage, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still third and long. On third down, Winston. And that is incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean their magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you?
And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott on for the extra point. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Williams now on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Jameis to throw it. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. And Winston lost the football. Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. 3rd and long for Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And no, it's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Now Wentz out to the flat. It's complete to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have moved out in front. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Williams to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. Here's Winston. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Winston now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Dancing to his left. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big ways. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Let's go. Great, great.
They run again with Ajayi. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run for Ajayi. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. For Tokyo.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. This by 7.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Wentz. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Wentz to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end the ball game. It's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted.
Look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? In reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yeah, Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the little had my looking daddy.